A while ago, I bought 4 squares of these artificial leaves. I bought 4 for a project and I only ended up using 1. So with these 3 that I've got left over, I've got creative and I've decided that I'm going to make them into a trendy wall hanging, complete with lights. Each square has these little tabs on it for joining onto the next one. So the first thing I want to do is cut these little tabs off. Now that I've cut the tabs off each side, I want to join them. I want to join them together. I've cut off the tabs that joined them and now I want to join them together. But the reason is I want to join them together closer than they were. I've got some twine, it's just garden twine I had in the shed. Got my little buddy here to help me. Hey Slumpy. There we go, that's much easier. Just tie a bit of string on it. You won't see it when it's done. So now I've got the 3 squares firmly tied together. It makes them a lot easier to work with. It keeps them straight and it keeps them even where I want them to go. The next thing I'm going to do is get a piece of timber, cut it to length and attach it along what will be the top of the hanger. This is just a bit of timber that I bought down at Bunnings. It only cost me a few dollars, and but you wouldn't have to use this. You could use a piece of round dowel, and honestly you don't even really need to do anything. You could just put hooks directly into the wall and just hook it straight onto this if you wanted. That's another option as well. It's one less thing to buy, and you'd have to be careful to make sure you got all of your hooks in a straight line though. So I've got my wood. I'm just going to line it up at one end and mark it at the other end. It's only a little bit of wood, so I only need a little saw, and I can do it right here. Ah, super easy. I've got my timber cut. I didn't have enough timber to do all the way across the top and the bottom. So what I did is I cut the pieces, the one piece to go all the way across the top and 2 bits to go down each end. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to do what I want it to do, because I want it to look kind of flush against the wall, but I still need a little bit of a gap at the back to work with. So, and the timber should just help keep it that little bit straighter. So the next job is to paint the timber. I've already started this little bit. I'm hanging this on a black wall, so I don't want to look, to be able to see through the leaves and see this piece of white timber between green leaves and black wall. So I'm just going to paint this. I can see this is going to take several coats. So I'm going to keep painting, and when I'm finished, the couple of coats and it's dry, I'll come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, I'm back. The bits of timber are painted and dried. They didn't come out as dark as I thought they would, but that's still okay, they'll be fine. And now I'm going to flip this over and attach the green thing to the timber. And to do that, I'm going to use a staple gun. I do love my tools. and it makes a lot of noise, so I'm going to lay a towel on the table to try and absorb some of the noise because it's a really loud bang. So there's my timber. I'm gonna flip it over. And I'm just going to put the green thing and just line it up. And just line it up on the top of the timber, wherever I want it to sit. It's all going to go together properly. Now you don't need to use a staple gun for this. You could use a little nail or a little screw, or you could even tie the green stuff to the bit of timber. That's if you're even bothering to use the bit of timber at all. But this is the quickest and easiest way, so I'm going to do this. Get ready for the bang. There we are. One more down the bottom and we should be done. There we are. Oh, let me see how that goes. Oh, that's good. So that's what the back looks like. Bottom, top, and the front. Might have to strategically place a few more leaves somewhere. Oh, that's good. That's covered really well. Yeah. It's just this one bit up here where I lost a couple of leaves. You can see the bare stick, but I can fix that. Now I need to put some little hook things in the back to hang it up with. This is going really well. These are the little hooks I'm going to screw in. They just come in a little bag. Remember at the beginning I said I was going to have lights in it? Well, this is how I'm going to have lights. I've got some old fairy lights from the Christmas tree. These lights, I'm going to have to sort of weave them in through all the leaves, make the little light visible, but hide the, the wiring as much as possible. It's going to take a while, so I think I'll grab myself a cold drink, take my time, and I'll show you when I'm finished. Okay, I'm back. It is actually several days later. This thing has been sitting on my table for days before I've been able to get a chance to get back to it. It's like barely 7 o'clock in the morning and I just want to get it done. It's all together, the lights are on, everything's done. All I need to do now is hang it up. I really like that. That's exactly what I was wanting. It's like a little green wall with a bit of sparkle, and all I used was bits that I had left over laying around the house. So I hope that's given you some inspiration to come up with your own little project or something that you might have laying around. Let me know what you think of it. Do you think it looks dorky or do you like it? I personally like it. I hope you had fun with this little video. I will see you next time at home with Karen and her twinkling lights. I'm as ready as I'm going to be. I have to say, I am really not in the mood to do this morning. My back is killing me. It is so humid. It's rained all night. It's still miserable outside and the humidity is through the roof. I just want to get this done because I'm so close to finishing. So if I stop talking, I might get it done, Karen. In case you are unsure of just how humid it is here this morning, I have a drip on my nose. Can you see it? A drip. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not exactly doing strenuous work. I'm just dripping. And I just realised that instead of showing you the drip on my nose, you're probably looking right at my nostrils. Oh, it's warm here today. And I went, oh yeah, I can make a little mini green wall with fairy lights.